An infantry veteran describes how he learned how essential listening is. His drill instructor warned that listening is a matter of life and death, and the recruits were distracted by a plane flying overhead as the commander spoke. Two paratroopers jumped out and all watched in horror that one parachute failed to open. That jumper hit the ground at over 100 miles per hour. Blood and guts splattered everywhere, and all were in shock. And the instructor said, "Relax, it was a dummy." And also a lesson that all dummies must listen. Capernaum, Bethsaida, and Chorazin, they are the recipients of Jesus' woe-betude today. Like the recruits, they failed to pay attention as Jesus performed mighty deeds, which were supposed to be a matter of life and death for them. Woe to you, Chorazin! Woe to you, Bethsaida! For if the mighty deeds done in your midst had been done in Tyre or Sidon, they would have long ago repented. And Jesus has a good grasp of history, and he made it sure that people listened to what happened in the past so that they may not make the same mistake. Chorazin, Bethsaida, and Capernaum, all three places were objects of Jesus' active ministry where he did his proverbial wonders. Pope Francis, in one of his reflections, says that these towns were so indifferent to the mighty deeds of the Lord and paid very little attention because they wanted salvation, of course, but on their own terms. He envisions the three crying out, "Save us, Lord, but do it our way." Imagine the paratrooper says, "I will jump out of the plane as you say, but I will do it my way." The final result won't be pretty. The frustration, the disappointment, and probably tinged with anger, that's what Jesus experienced with these three towns. And the Lord had every right to express his feelings, not so much as to harass his listeners, as to drive home an important lesson about listening to him, about acceptance and its opposite, rejection. Scientists tell us that even baboons find themselves at the bottom of their social ladder when they do not listen or follow orders. They can't function well when they are at the bottom of the baboon social ladder. The rejected get more stressed and they have to work harder for food and strive harder for everything that the higher ranks take for granted. The same could be true of us, human beings. Whenever we are disconnected and disengaged from the mainstream, from our history, our inner machinery, including our empathy, our rational thinking, and other capacities, does not work as it should. Jesus continues to invite his followers to listen to him. Our eyes do not need to be opened by bad things that happen to us. We do not need to experience hell before choosing heaven. Is it possible that we fail to listen to the movement of spirit or grace within us? Usually, God uses ordinary, unspectacular people in spectacular ways, especially through people he sends to us along the way. It might take the form of an unexpected kindness that someone shows to us, an invitation we receive which we had not expected, a word of appreciation or support at a time when it was needed, or a positive and willing response to a call that we make on someone. Our challenge today is to acknowledge and listen to these moments as the Lord's mighty deeds in our life. Saint Jerome, pray for us.